Hello and welcome to Resonance Guide to Heroic 10-Man Horridon. For this encounter we used 2 tanks, 2 healers, and 6 DPS. We found that if we ran 3 healers we were falling well behind on gate add DPS, but groups with higher AoE DPS compositions may find better results. Heroic mode brings one major addition to this encounter. Every minute Horridon will cast Dire Call. This will hit everybody in the raid for about 250k, as well as give all enemies a 50% melee haste buff. And if that wasn't enough already, each Dire Call will summon a Direhorn Spirit. This Direhorn Spirit will fixate on a raid member for the rest of the fight. Hitting this pink dino with any attack or spell will knock it back a few yards. Letting this pink dino get too close to you will most likely result in your death. So every minute a new pink dino fixation will go out. Only one pink dino can be fixated on each player in the raid. It seemed like they preferred to pick ranged first, then healers or melee, and tanks last. Only you can see your pink dino, so no one else can help you knock it back. We found the positioning was a lot more important on heroic versus normal. On the first gate, we made sure to have range stay as far away as possible to not get the blazing sunlight debuff from the Waste Walkers. On the second gate, we found that staying stacked up and moving as a group worked best. This helped us keep up on add DPS and make interrupts on the priests easier. For the third gate, we stayed stacked as well, moving in a zigzag line as the frozen orbs were tossed out to make best use of the space in the arena. For the fourth gate, we spread out to minimize the chance of getting gibbed by the lightning nova totems and made sure to kill the war bears last. Do not stand near the side of Horridon during any of these gates. I found out the hard way that your pink dino can spawn on top of you if you're standing there. Make sure your tanks know to have some sort of active mitigation for each and every one of Horridon's triple punctures. Your healers should notice that the timings for high amounts of raid damage to go out is very consistent from pull to pull. We used a few external healing cooldowns for the dire calls during the 3rd and 4th gates. If you have made it through all 4 gates, basically the fight is done. The last burn phase is extremely easy in comparison. Try to have your raid stacked up before Jalek spawns. When he does come, use Bloodlust and a few raid damage mitigation CDs and blow him up. After you have killed Jalek, the tank is basically the only one taking any damage in the raid. Dire calls will still go out, but they are so few and far between that wasting healing on just the raid is pointless. Change some cooldowns on the tanks and good game. It's worth noting that if you're not meeting the Horridon rage timer, Horridon can be kited for up to 1 minute before he actually one-shots the raid with his next dire call, so spread out if you need to. If you aren't having any luck with this fight, especially due to DPS falling behind, I highly recommend giving Heroic G-Kun a shot if you haven't already. G-Kun relies more on tactics than damage compared to Horridon. Well, that about sums it up. We found this to be a really fun encounter and had a great time working on it. Best of luck, and we hope you experience the same. I'll leave you with the footage from the rest of our first kill.
Clever liar, fooling us all. Never thought I'd work it out. How could I've known it was ever about you, boy? Now there's nothing to say, 'cause there's no words, and we're not talking anyhow. You must have known I was never to doubt you, boy. If it was so fine, it was so good. Oh, you're unbelievable. All this time I've been living without you, boy, but not your lying. It felt so good, the world don't know. Now they'll never find out. How all these years she must have been such a boy. Don't forget that I was the one that you found, and if I know you, you'll find me someplace new. I hope I never have to wear a waste of time. And if I know you learned long ago it's true, I hope I never have to go and explain it again. Boy, that this all started. Found you lying in the arms of another girl. Stop your crying.